Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us for this academic writing module. Today, we are going to focus on the IELTS Task 2 essay. Specifically, actually, we'll looking at an opinion or discussion type essay, and we'll look at an example question together. I'm gonna share with you some great tips and tricks to avoid. Okay, let's get started. Our question here is, it's sometimes said that the countryside offers a high quality of life, especially for family, high quality of life for families. What are the arguments for and against families choosing to live and work in the countryside, in the rural area? For example, as specifically as farmers, it's mentioned here, it's important. What is your own view about this? And you have to mention inside your ideas, your opinion for this, okay? It's important. We are going to talk both sides of this argument. So this is obviously opinion over discussion type essay. Remember, you have to introduce the topic, prepare 2 or 3 ideas regarding each sides of the discussion, and you have to give your opinion in the conclusion. In the last paragraph, the task asks you specifically to think of families and example of the farmers. It's important. So you have to include some ideas about this. And at the end, always check carefully. Read the question 2 or 3 times to see if the task had any extra or specific instructions such as this. If you miss that, you have to know that you are gonna lose your score, okay? You pay attention that before writing our essay, we prepared an essay planning videos, how to plan our essay, and we specifically talked about what can we do our writing our essay, how long time we should spend on it, what we should do regarding intro, main body, and conclusion paragraphs, and etc. Okay, so please take a look at them, and after watching that videos, you are gonna learn more strategies and information regarding essay planning. Okay, this is actually a band 9 model essay. I'm gonna analyze it and explain in more detail. Okay, there can be few choices in life more important. There can be few choices in life more important than where to settle as a family, and the question of an urban or rural location is complex. A great introduction sentence, regarding are crucial, and the challenge of an urban or rural location is something difficult to choose, right? There are strong arguments for and against living in the countryside, as we will discuss now. This is a great question, because we are a great sentence, because we are gonna show the examiner what he or she gonna expect in the next common paragraphs. Okay, this shows that this gonna be regarding discussion type essay, and this is specifically for the examiner to know that what he or she expect in the next paragraphs. Okay, here this is our first main body paragraph. On the one hand, it might be said that the countryside is rather a backwater, a place with little interest, with fewer cultural amenities, facilities than a city, in the forms of, in the means of what museums, theaters, and even sporting events. Okay, uh, it might be said that usage of passive and tentative language somehow actually. This may mean that families become isolated, especially particularly in as a rural depopulation leaves fewer country dwellers in the area, as we see. For example, for instance, in central France, right? Pay attention that this is a complex sentence. Okay, by usage of this, the candidate used in a perfect way linked the current sentence to the previous sentence. Okay, and by usage of topic specific vocabularies as well, and providing a great evidence with not too much mentioning the detail. Added to this, furthermore, additionally, added to this is the scarcity, the lack of schools and colleges, meaning that by this we mean that, again, linking sentences, children may need to travel long distances for their education. Finally, as a last point, career, instead of options, it's better to use much more, advanced vocabularies. Career opportunities may be more limited, may be more restricted in the countryside for both parents and children, resulting in contributing to, leading to rural unemployment and long-term rural poverty in the worst case scenarios. On the other hand, now we are gonna analyze what we are gonna analyze the other side of the discussion, right? On the other hand, by contrast, conversely, life in the countryside, in rural area, has rewards which go beyond material considerations, beyond material concerns. For instance, the abundance, this means a very high levels of supplies of natural resources, such as like as what? Wildlife, forestry, and water bodies, or instead of such as we can say ranging from lands, wildlife, forestry to water bodies, right? Means that, again, a comparatively simple life can be lived with a subsistence level, with the minimum levels, without asking from the other, or without importing that, right? Many country residents are self-sufficient smallholders, in this sense. In this regard, self-sufficient smallholders here is farmers that they practice and they farm with their families, with small family members, safeguarding, guaranteeing, make sure them from the changes in the wider economy. Wider economy means in the national economy, which can afflict city dwellers, right? They can somehow afflict, city residents. If the parents are farmers, children learn the importance of animal husbandry, feeding animals, right? Methods of farming, such as, instead of saying such as, you can you can actually paraphrase this. You can use synonyms such as like as crop rotations and irrigations, right? These are methods of farming, and generally may become more in tune with, may become more in line with, may become more in alignment with the natural world as the result, right? Great. And at the end, finally, as technology enables children to undertake distance learning or remote viewing. Remote viewing here is not in person, just by learning from, online learning or distance learning of cultural attractions such as museums. They should be less isolated from their cultural heritage, right? And here we're gonna see our last paragraph. Pay attention in this paragraph actually to the usage of nice academic phrases, linking vocabs, and topic-specific vocabularies, as well as complex sentences. It's important. These are strategies that you can use and improve your scores. Overall, it seems to me that usage of impersonal style, that quality of life in the countryside today is indeed quite high, extremely high, with its advantages of resources, self-sufficiency, and environmental awareness. This is especially true now that communications are reducing the risk of isolation in such far-flung communities, in such far away communities. Okay? That's good usage of impersonal style, using synonyms of the vocabularies and topic specific vocabularies. Remember that the topic of countryside and agriculture is extremely important. You are gonna use it, and you have to learn, because you are gonna see in writing, reading, speaking, and listening test. So please take a look to our previous videos regarding the topic of countryside and agriculture, because there is important vocabularies and academic phrases that you need to know if you are gonna improve your score. And the candidate used in a perfect way the linking sentences by the help of this and this, plus with adding some phrases as well. By this we mean that, or this is not to say that. By this way, the candidate is able to link the current sentence to the previous one. So you can take a look at those videos and learn much more techniques in this regards. And I have a question here for you. You can actually type it in comment section. Here we have two questions. What is the difference between to affect and to affect? Because the candidate used this in this essay to afflict the city dwellers. There is some minor differences between the to afflict and to affect. And the second question, we saw the vocabulary of rural depopulation. That means the long-term trend for people to migrate from the countryside to cities, leaving the rural area with few people. So, what are the causes and effects of rural depopulation? You can write your sentences in writing in a comment section. Okay. Yeah, and thank you so much. I hope that you enjoy this module, this lesson. Don't hesitate to let us know if you have any questions or concerns. And thank you so much for watching this, and see you soon in another IELTS with me tutorial. Take care. Bye.